Hi, so today I'm going to share with you my current favorites. I don't have a lot of makeup for sure. I have two things because I haven't really been wearing makeup very much at all during this time of having to stay home. But the first two things I want to share with you are, to me, game changers. And I don't think I've ever used that term since I started my channel almost 3 years ago. So this is by The Ordinary. It is lactic acid, 10% plus HA. I don't put this all over my face. I have very sensitive skin. I just don't use it that way. Comes in a dropper. It's very liquidy, almost like water, but a little bit more viscous. What happened is in the fall, I went to the dermatologist because I had this little growth on the side of my nose here towards my eye. And she told me that it was actually milia. Now I get milia underneath my eyes occasionally, and you can't even feel it. It's just these little white dots you can see underneath the skin because my skin is so thin right there. But I did not know that it could actually get to a bump where you could feel it like a little growth. And it wasn't that small. It was large. I did not know milia could be that large. She told me she could remove it, but she didn't advise it. So what I decided to do was to use this lactic acid on it because I Googled once I got home, how do you get rid of it? And they said by exfoliation. And I thought, I can't do a physical exfoliation. That's just going to tear up my skin. It's not going to be good. It's right near my eye. So I would take a Q-tip and get a little bit of this lactic acid on it and use it every single night. And sometimes I used it another time during the day. And it took it's been a while now, and with all this craziness going on of staying home and everything, I didn't keep good track of it, but it probably took me about 6 weeks. And I just kept putting it on, making sure that this didn't run down into my eyes, put very little on, but I was very consistent. And what happened? One time I was washing my face, it disappeared. It's no longer there. There's no scar. There's no anything. And I'm thrilled. And so now I know if I get anything like that to use this lactic acid on it. Then the next thing I heard about on Dr. Dre's YouTube channel, and this is by Panoxyl. It's an acne foaming wash, benzoyl peroxide, 10% maximum strength. Picked this up in store at Target a while back, and you can get it online. And this I don't use for my face because I don't really break out. But what it's for is if you work out, if you run, if you do strength training, if you're just in a very humid area, and if you're walking or anything, you can get sweaty and smelly. How she said to use this was when you're in the shower to take a little bit, like a dime size, wash your armpits and then underneath your breasts, because that is an area that can trap some bacteria from your sweat, and it causes, an odor. And those of you who work out or try to go, miss a day showering, you know that. So what you do is you take a little bit, you wash your armpits underneath your breasts, and you leave it on for a minute or two. So while you're doing something else, you just let it sit. Then you wash it off. It's amazing. So if that's ever bothered you, this is so simple. It's not expensive, and it will take care of it for you. It's great. The next two products are hair products, and I love this. It's by Moroccan Oil. It's the smoothing mask. It comes in this big tub. Right now, it's out of stock on Sephora. It's the Spring Save Sephora VIB sale right now, and I couldn't pick up another one of these because it's out of stock. It's the best hair mask that Moroccan Oil puts out, and it of course has that amazing scent. My husband loves it when I use this. He always comments. And then the two makeup items that I have are both new to me, and I like them both a lot. I wanted to share new things with you, new products, so that I wasn't repeating myself from videos past. So if you are new to my channel and you want to know maybe what some of my favorite things are, go ahead and look at my monthly favorites and see, you'll be able to tell pretty quickly what I do like. So this is by Wet n Wild. It's their newer foundation. It's the Photo Focus Dewy, not the original, which is matte. And it comes with this paddle, like that. And I just put it, you know, dotted on my skin, and then I used a beauty blender to go ahead and pat it into my skin. I love it. It's a great skin match for me. I love the formula. It lasts pretty well on me. I do not break out. It has a really nice finish, and it's so inexpensive. I love this. It's a great drugstore foundation. So if you're looking for a new foundation, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can buy this online. It's great. And this is a new mascara for me, and it is by Thrive Cosmetics. You've probably heard about it. It's the Liquid Lash Extension. It's this gorgeous tube here, and I'm so surprised I like this. I just really tried it on a whim. It's one of these small sort of brushes that I don't like. I like a full natural bristle mascara brush, and this is none of those things. But this mascara is so, so good. And I love my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. I love it. It does better at thickening my lashes. But this thickens and lengthens, and the key thing for me is that it's a tubing mascara. So for me, my lashes, I don't have a lot of them. They're not real thick, but they are long, and they hit my brow bone every day. And with the Marc Jacobs or any other type of mascara, I will get over the course of a day little dots of mascara up here. Now, that Marc Jacobs doesn't flake. It doesn't end up all over my face. But because of the length of my lashes, and maybe I'm moisturizing above, you know, the brow bone, I would get these little smudges of mascara, and throughout the day I would have to go like this to kind of get rid of it. And this tubing mascara, this Thrive, is a beautiful formula, and it doesn't come off on my brow bone at all, ever. And it doesn't flake, ever. So I bought a backup of this. I absolutely love it. So if you have that problem, this is the mascara that you want to get. I wanted to share with you a couple candles that you can pick up online at Target. The first one, they're both by Hearth and Hand. They're both soy candles, which is great because when they burn, you don't have to worry too much about what you're breathing. So they're more natural. And this is the Sea Salt and Lavender. And it's got this really minimalistic, beautiful, kind of beachy almost look to it. It smells wonderful. The lavender is not too strong. It's not heavy. There's a real freshness to it. It's very bright and perfect for spring and summer. I love this candle. So there's this one. And then my other favorite is this big gold one right here. It says Redwood. I don't know if you can see it. You probably see my smudgy, lotiony hands when I was picking this up. But this is a big one. It's got 2 wicks. And this one is Redwood. I love this candle. I like really woodsy, you know, living in a big log house. I like natural woodsy scents a lot. I like that feeling of when you go in, it's cozy, it's cabiny. Sometimes there's a little bit of a smoky scent, but not too much. I like that a lot. Now this isn't smoky, and this isn't Christmas tree scented at all. It has a little bit of cedar, but I can't define it. I was sniffing it and trying to come up with what the notes would be, and the notes aren't on the bottom of this, but it is such a cozy scent that's not Christmas, like I said, not winter. I think this is a year-round scent. It's very spring and summer to me for those of you who go camping. But like I said, it's not firewood, it's not smoky. It's really, really nice. I was burning it the other day. Well, not the other day, over a month ago, because my son-in-law was over, and he said, "Ooh, what candle is that? I love the smell." So it's definitely male friendly, where, you know, it's not a big floral scent or anything. So those are the 2 candles I've been loving. I got a backup of both of them. And then what I've done recently, you know, we're all trying to be entertained. We're all trying to maybe learn something new. And so I have always been the worst at growing plants. I will kill them. No matter what, they're going to die. I started watching a couple YouTube channels. One is by Pick Up Limes. She is a vegan, I think. minimalist, but I'm not a vegan and I'm not a minimalist, but she also does videos on her plants. She produces gorgeous videos, absolutely beautiful. I'll link the homepage for Pickup Limes below, so you could go check her out if you're wanting to just see if you'd want to learn about any of those kinds of things. There's that one, and then the other one is Plantarina, and she is just plants, just house plants, and they are just a wealth of information. So I got on this big kick of watching all those. So then I went to Etsy and I ended up ordering plants from a site called Pretty in Green. They haven't arrived yet, but the Pretty in Green site looks very informative. Like, they show you pictures of what the plant would look like if it's underwatered or overwatered. And see, those are the things that I don't know. Like, that's something I definitely don't know. So it gives you a little bit of information and teaches you a little bit. I got a pothos, a snake plant, and a peace lily. And the peace lily, and maybe all of them actually, but for sure I know the peace lily is good for purifying the air. And we all need that. We're indoors a lot more than we want to be. And purifying the air with some easy, beautiful houseplants is a great idea, I think. So anyway, other YouTube channels I've been loving. One is Clean My Space, because I've been cleaning and organizing, so I'm learning how to clean things more efficiently. And then the last one is one that you may have already seen because it's so popular. It's called Some Good News with John Krasinski, and that's Jim from The Office. And it's just so funny and so uplifting and inspiring. So if you haven't, I would encourage you to check out Some Good News with John Krasinski. That's an excellent channel. He doesn't have that much on there at this point. I think maybe there's 6 or 7. And then the last thing I have to recommend is a book called A Man Called Ove, and it's by a Swedish author named Fredrik Backman. And this is a story of an older gentleman who is very grumpy and stoic and bossy and judgmental and old-fashioned and stuck in his ways, and he's very lonely. And there are some new people who move into his neighborhood and kind of the effect that has on his life. So you take this journey with him, and it's a beautiful story. It is just a beautiful story. That's all I'll say. If you have any book or YouTube channel recommendations, please leave them below, because I would love for all of us to get some new and fresh ideas. That would be great. Please stay well and safe, everyone, and I hope I see you soon.